Very good evening to all of you. The last session, we start that project management techniques. I explained that how to draw the network diagram. You know that when you're going to the network diagram, there are so many rules and regulations we need to follow. Normally, we use the circle to represent the event. We use the arrow to represent the activity. I already explained that network model is the graphical display of the series of activities we can use to identify the entire project completion time. We can use to identify the critical path, and also we can use to identify the probability under the PERT method. There are two techniques under the network model. We call the CPM, critical path method, and project evaluation review technique, the PERT method. Then I think a lot of you know that how to draw the network diagram. We did the 6th example. That today we should continue from that point. If you are going to the network diagram, there are 10 rules and regulations I already explained. Still, you don't know that. I think based on the remaining examples, just try to get the knowledge. That is the most important. If you can't draw the correct network diagram, you can't get the optimal decision. And based on these techniques, we are going to take the optimal decisions around about the project. You know, project including a lot of activities, and any project we can see the event as well. One starting point, one finishing point. Based on the one particular event, we can start so many activities, but we can't complete all using another same event. However, that we need to consider the isolated activities not allowed, and we need to draw the entire project forward process, backward not allow. All the arrows we use the straight line, cross arrows not allow. Likewise, I explained the most important rules. Then today we can go to the CPM method. I'm sure that's the point. Last time I stopped, then today we should start from the CPM method, critical path method. I am correct? Please let me know. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please let me know. We should start from the CPM method.
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Okay. Then now the CPM method we used to identify the entire project completion time. When I'm going to apply the CPM method, first we should draw the network diagram. Then after that, we need to write down the duration under each activity. Early we didn't consider that the duration. We require the duration to identify the critical path. After you write down the duration, we need to identify the critical path. There are two methods we can use. One we call longest path method, and second method we call earliest starting time, latest completion time method. Then based on that, we can identify the critical path. Okay, give me the few minutes. Then you can, if you want, you can go to the next slide. Then you can draw the diagram. I will explain after that rest of Hello. When you're going through the network diagram, I think much better now you need to change somewhat the event, the structure. I'll use the whiteboard now, I explain, right? Let's go to the whiteboard. You may I share the whiteboard now. Wait a minute. Can you see my whiteboard now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll draw the event new structure. We're not going to draw the event. We use a circle now, but early just put the number in the middle, right? You know that we're not going to identify the critical path. We should calculate the earliest starting time and latest completion time. Therefore, you need to divide the event as a 3 part. Likewise, okay. Then you can write the bottom of this event number here, and the other top of this event, both side you can keep write down earliest starting time and latest completion time. We call earliest starting time. Then right hand side we can write down latest completion time. We need to calculate this. I'll explain how to calculate early starting time and latest completion time. You should keep the space, right? These are only the things you need to do. That after that I will explain how to do the calculation, right? Okay. Yes, I like to delete this early starting time, latest come. Okay, now we can put the event number for the starting point, event number 1. Then we can go to the next. The activity is given table A none, B none. We can start both A, B from the first event. Just do the 2 arrows. Name A and B. Go to the next one. For the C, we should complete A, B both. For the D, we should complete only B. You know, we start A, B from the same event. We can't complete A, B from the same event, right? Because it's violate the rules and regulations. Then now we can't draw the C. Therefore, if the situation like that, you can give the priority for the activity D. Activity D. If you want to start the D, question said we need to complete only B. Then first complete B. Now again you should, I think now somewhat you have a lot of work. Just divide it as a 3 part. And the bottom you can write down the event number, right? The top you can keep, write down early starting time, latest completion time. Now you can start activity D. just name D. Right? Then you can consider about the previous one. I mean, the previous one means for the C, we should complete A, B both. Then already complete the B. Now let's see that for the A none, B none, C, A, B. For the D, B only. Right? Next one is E actually. I know that, but before the complete E, you should give the priority for the previous one. It's still not complete the C. Right? Then now I should complete the C first. Therefore, you can draw the dotted line. We already have this experience. We call this a dummy activity. It should be the straightforward, not backward, right? Then you can uh, change the direction. Now you can complete both A, B after the third event. Third event. Then you can start activity C. Just name C. Now you can go to the E. If you want to start E, what's question said? We should complete activity D. You already start D, not complete yet. Now we can complete D first. Then we can start activity from that event. Don't forget that you can put the event number 4. Before draw the D, just see what are the next. We should complete the C and E for the next. Okay. Now we need to draw the E actually. Now I'm going to draw the E after complete D. Why I just consider the next one? Because we need to complete C, E both. That's the reason just I draw straightforward. E close to the end of the C. You can minimize your time. That's the way you need to draw that within short time period. Then you can complete C, E both. For the next, we can start F. So that even number is number 5th. From the 5th event, we can start F. Then after that, let's go to the next. Is G. We need to start after complete D. After complete D. Now we complete D 4th event, then we can start D. G. Then consider the next one is the last one is G. Right. Now we can complete the entire project after the 6th event. After the 6th event. Now just name the event number is 6. Right. Now we can go to the Next step. Up to that level, did you complete? If you're not complete, just try to complete. Just name the dotted line arrow. You can name as a dummy. 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 One of the question asks the E infinity that I think now we complete, no? Any questions or clarifications you can ask now. Now you can write down the duration under the each activity. Question given the duration. Before that, just try to complete the diagram. If you have it still not complete. After complete, let me know. Did you complete up to that level? Any questions, clarifications? Sorry for that. I think, sorry that we use a wrong example, I think. Extremely sorry that. Let's see that. That's the example. I think we should do that. Sorry. I think one of the students just mentioned about, because yes, I share the slide wrong one. Wait a minute that, extremely sorry that we need to consider the six, but anyway, that we can consider the previous one also, that method is totally different. Uh, I took the mistake. Okay, then can you keep that previous answer under the PERT method we can discuss? Anyway, now I need to draw the diagram based on this particular example, because normally CPM method we can see only the one column for the time period, right? The CPM method, critical path is sequence of the connected activities that lead from the beginning of the project to the end of the project. The longest path in the network we call the critical path. The identify the critical path is a great important. It is determined that duration of the entire project completion time. A delay for any activity on the critical path will delay the completion of the entire project. Okay, sorry for that. This is the example. You need to draw the network diagram. Better to keep the previous the network diagram. We can do the later, right? Then now you need to draw this one. If you already complete, then don't worry. I will continue. One this one just mentioned. I think I selected wrong one. Sorry for that. I'll go to the answer now. First, we can start. event. Then you can start then first activity, A none, B none. Then fourth CD, we should complete A, B both. E, we need to complete only B. Okay, now we can draw. Without complete anything, you can start A, B both. Just name A and B. Then when you're going to start CD, we should complete A, B both, but we can't do that. Therefore, we should give the priority for the activity E. If you want to start E, we should complete B only. Now we are going to complete B. It's in the second event. This is the second event. The event number 2, we are going to start activity E. I thought that you are going to say that the miss wrong example, but anyway, okay, no, don't worry that. I'll explain now. Then we need to complete A, B both to start CD. Now we can draw the dummy. Last time also we have the same type of example. Then we can say the DUMMY dummy activity. Now we need to complete A, B both. Just change the direction to start. Activity C and D both. Now consider next one. For the F, we should complete DE. We need to complete DE. Now we can complete DE after the fourth event. Here you should write down the event number 3. Here the event number 4. Then we can start F. Let's go to the next. Next one is activity G. We should complete C, F both. After complete C and F, here the C, here the F. I'll have to take the F this side. Then after complete CF, after fifth event, we can start G. Next, for the H, we should complete DE. Then after complete G, H, we can start activity I. That's the last one. We can complete the entire project after the seventh event. I think now we complete the diagram. Did you complete? Then you can write down the duration A 15, B 10, C 10, D 10. B 10, C also 10, D also 10. Then dummy, you should know the duration 0. Next, E5, F5 duration G20. The last two activity, H10, I15. Right, now we complete diagram. We just identify the duration of each activity. Now I'll explain how to identify the critical path. Everybody, you are complete up to that level? Now you can continue, right? I'll explain now how to identify the critical path. There are two ways we can find the critical path. One is we call the longest path method. Longest path method. The second method we call earlier starting time equal to latest completion time. Via that event, we can find the critical path. There are two methods. One is longest path method. Second one is early starting time and latest completion time method. First, I will explain the longest path method, but still I am not explain. Actually, critical path is a shortest path. After your work, you need to go home. Today you have lectures, then you try to identify the critical path. The critical path is shortest path. But the given definition, you can see the critical path is that mention the longest path. Actually, the longest path is the way how we are going to identify the critical path. Don't misunderstand. If you want to identify the critical path, we can consider longest path, right? But then the critical path is the meaning of that is the shortest path. If you want to go somewhere, then we try to find the critical path because we can minimize the time and cost both. Okay, first I will explain how can apply the longest path method to identify the critical path. When you're going to apply the longest path method, you need to identify all the alternative path from event number 1 to event number 7, last event. Right? You can go from event number 1 to 7 via A, then C, G, I. A 15, C 10, 25, G 20, 45, plus 15, 60. We calculate the total duration. How we get the 60? We consider each activity duration. I don't let write down again. A15, C10, G20, I15. That's one of the path we can see. We can go from event number 1 to event number 7. It's another path. We can go via A, then D, then F, G, I. If you're going to add this path, A15, D10, 25 plus 5, 30 plus 20, 50 plus 15, 65. It's another alternative path we can identify. We can go A, then D, H, I. If you consider about this path, A15, D10, 25, H, 10, 35 plus 15, 50. It's another alternative path. We can go via the B, then dummy. Remember, after adding dummy, we need to treat dummy as a normal. Then C, G, I. A50, sorry, B10, dummy 0, C10, 20, 40, 55. Next one, we can go via the B, again, dummy, then D, F, G, I. Dummy B10, dummy 0, D10, 20, F5, 25, 45, plus 15, 60. It's another alternative path. We can go at the B, again dummy, then D, H, I. B10, dummy 0, D10, 20, H10, 30, 45. It's another path. We can go at the B, E, F, G, I. B10, E5, 15, F5, 20, 40, 55. It's another alternative path. We can go via the B, E, H, I. B10, E5, 15, H10, 25, 30, 40. Okay, now you identify all the alternative path from event number 1 to event number 7. You can't see more than that. I identify all the alternative path from event number 1 to 7. Now compare the total duration. You need to select the highest one. The highest one represents critical path. Compare all, you can see the highest one is 65 via A, D, F, G, I. A, D, F, G, I. That's one of the way we can find the critical path. Then after you identify the critical path, is the total duration is represent the entire project completion time. According to this 65, you can say the entire project completion time is 65 this. Then the A, D, F, G, I, the activity we call the critical activities. In the critical path, we can see the critical activities, and rest of the activities we call the non-critical activities. Okay, I think now we should go to the second method. The second method called the early starting time, latest completion time. Before go to the second method, let me know that you understood how can I apply the longest path method to find the critical path. It is clear? Please let me know. Please let me know that after that you get the correct idea how to find the critical path based on the longest path method. Still, I didn't get any feedback. Okay, right. Now I got it. Then now I'll have to explain the earliest starting time, latest completion time method. I earlier mentioned if you are going to apply the earliest starting time and latest completion time method, first we should start from the event number 1. We are going to calculate first earliest starting time. Normally, event number 1, earliest starting time, we assume value as 0. Reason behind that, don't draw any lines. Right. Then why we set the 0, earliest starting time? The reason behind that, just now we start the project, still not time consuming. Therefore, we should say the earliest starting time is 0. Yeah, right. You understood. Just now we start the project, is still not time consuming. It's still we are not complete any activity. Well, the event number 1, that's the reason we put the early starting time as a 0. First, we are going to calculate the early starting time. Then, when we are going to calculate the second event, you need to add activity duration to the previous early starting time. 0 plus B10, second event also 10. Why? 0 plus 10 is answer 10. Right? You understood that when you're going to calculate the early starting time, you need to start from 0 because of just we start the project, still not complete yet. Then you need to add the active duration and get the next event, early starting time. Then go to third event. When you're going to calculate third event, there are 2 paths. One is via the A, one is via the dummy. Get the both path values separately and select the highest value. Via A, 15 for the third event. Via the dummy, 10. The highest value is 15. You can say the early starting time as 15. Remember, when you're going to calculate the early starting time, add in and select the highest value. Add in and select the highest value. Then when you're going to calculate the fourth, 15 plus 10, 25. 10 plus 5 via E, 15. You should select the highest value, 25. Then 25 plus 5, 30. 15 plus 10, 25. Select the highest value for the fifth event is 30. Every time you select the highest value. Then sixth event, 30 plus 20 via G, 50. The fourth event, 25 plus H value, 10, 35. The 50 is the highest. For the sixth event, 50 is the highest. Then 50 plus I, 15. The last event, you can find the early starting time as a 65. 65. Normally, the same figures you should write down as a latest completion time of the last event. Now, after you calculate the earliest starting time from the event number 1, if you complete the last event, you can write down the same figure as the latest completion time of the last event. Normally, we calculate first earliest starting time. Then we can write down the same figure as the latest completion time of the last event, 65. You understand what I mean? We are going to start from the event number 1, and we are going to calculate the earliest starting time first. The last event earliest starting time equal to the last event latest completion time. When I'm going to calculate the latest completion time, start from the right hand side value side, and you need to come to the starting point, I mean left hand side, the backward process. Then when I'm going to calculate the sixth event latest completion time, you need to subtract the activity duration. 65 minus 15 is answer is 50. When I'm going to calculate the latest early starting time, add in and select the highest value. When I'm going to calculate the latest completion time, subtract and select the least value. Why we said the least value? Sometimes we can see the two path backward. Then we compare the both, we select the least value. Okay, let's go to the event number 5th. Event number 5th, how to calculate the 50 minus 20 is 30. 50 minus 20. When I'm going to calculate the event number 4, now you can see the problem. There are two arrows backward. One is via F, one is via H. You need to get the both value, compare the value, select the least one. 30 minus 5, 25. And H is connect to the sixth event. 50 minus 10, 40. Then compare the 25 and 40, select the least value, 25. Remember, if you are going to calculate the latest completion time, we are going to subtract and select the least value. We are going to subtract and select the least value. Then if you are going to calculate the event number 3, 30 minus 10, 40, 25 minus 10, 15 is the least value. Event number 10, sorry, 3, 15. Then event number 2, we need to calculate the values via the dummy as well. 15 minus 0, 15, 25 minus 5, 20. The least value is 15. The last, the first event, if you're going to calculate via A, 15 minus 15, 0, via the B, 15 minus 10 plus 5. The least value is 0. Remember, when you're going to calculate the earliest start in time, start from 0, we need to add activity duration. One event have more than one path, select the highest value. Add in and select the highest value. If you're going to calculate the latest completion time, should start from the last event, then you should subtract the active duration and select the least value. Subtract and select the least value, right? Then how to identify the critical path? Normally critical path, earlier starting time equal to latest completion time. Earliest starting time equal to latest completion time. Via that event, you can see the critical path. Now you can see the event number 1 is equal, event number 3 is equal, 4, 5, 6, 7 all equal, but not equal event number 2. Then critical path via the early starting time equal to latest completion time. Therefore, activity A is a critical activity because A in between the both event have a same early starting time, latest completion time. I highlight this one, right? Then again, activity D is the critical. Sometimes you have problem why C is not the critical. If you go via the C, you can't get the event number 5, 30. How we get the 30? We should go via the D and F, right? 15 plus 10, 25, no? Via the C. If you are going to via the D, 15 plus 10, 25 plus F5, altogether 30. That's the way we should identify the critical path. That value should be come via that particular activity, right? Then how we got the event number 6, 50, 50? Via the H, we can get the 35. We can get the 50 via the G. Then G is a critical. Then finally, I is a critical. In my place, the power card. Then give me a few minutes if I disconnected, give me a few minutes, right? I still don't have problem, but anyway. Now it's okay. Then now we find the critical path. I would like to write down the critical path. Critical path is okay. Now we again connected. That problem is, I think my whiteboard. Okay, sorry for that. Now I'll try to that share the whiteboard. Let's see. Yes, okay. Fortunately, we have that. Now the new Zoom update, after update that if power cut, then we can see the whiteboard images without deleting. But previous Zoom platform, you know that after power cut that we should draw again from the beginning. But if I not any the save the file anyway, but not need to save actually, automatically we can get it. Right now you can see we identify the critical path. I will like to write down the critical path is same answer we can get it. Critical path is activity A, D, F, G, I. Right. Then entire project completion time we call the 65 days. Entire project completion time. 65 days. Now you can find the critical activities, the critical path given the critical activities, and the question asks what are the non-critical activities? Non-critical activities. you can say rest of all the activity we call the non-critical, B non-critical, dummy also non-critical now, then C non-critical, H non-critical. These are the non-critical activities. Remember, you can't delay any critical activity. If you are going to delay the critical activities, is affect to the entire project completion time. You can write down, right? You can't delay any critical activities because it's affect to the entire project completion time. But you can delay non-critical activities some extent without affecting the entire project completion time. Without affecting the entire project completion time. Right? And also, remember that we have a possibilities to complete the entire project within 65 days. Okay, you understood everything? Okay, I got it answer that everything you understood, but I have one question. If you don't have the question, I have one question. When you're going to complete the entire project, right, you need to complete all the activities. Don't misunderstand that, not only critical. We should complete the A, B, C, D, all without how can say the complete the entire project. When you're going to complete all activities, if you add the total duration, is required maybe 10, 15, 25, 10, 10, 35, 45, 50, then 60, 80, 100 days required. If you add the total duration, required 100 days to complete the entire project. But if you use the critical path method, you can complete the entire project within 65 days. My question is how? How can complete within 65 days? Can you explain the answer that? How can complete the sorry entire project within 65 days? Still, I didn't get any answer. Let me know that how can complete within 65 days. The entire project means we need to complete all the activities, not only the critical activity. Still, I didn't get any feedback from your side. Earliest starting time. What's the meaning of that? No, my question is, how did you get complete the entire project within 65 days? Because when you're going to complete the entire project means we should complete all activities, right? But I mentioned about we can complete the entire project after the 65 days. My question is how? I got the answer because when we complete the critical activities on the other non-critical activities I have already completed. But I don't know, that is now not clear actually your answer. How can complete? If you are going to complete the critical activities, how can complete the non-critical? That is not the real answer. My question, 65 days required to complete the entire project, right? But when you're going to complete all the activities, we require 100 days. Based on the critical path, how can we complete within 65 days? What is the answer? What is the reason behind that? But still, I didn't get the answer. Can you explain that? How can complete the within 65 days? If you're going to complete A, B, C, D, all, just at the total duration, we require the 100 days. Either answer correct or wrong, please let me know. How can complete within 65 days? Yatrika? Jamini? I got another answer by avoiding the time waste. Can you explain that? What's the time waste mean? What do you mean the time wasting? Randika, what do you mean the time wasting? I got another answer without any delay. Select the least value. No, that is not the reason. Yeah, I got the correct answer. One is one just mentioned. Parallel tasks. Yes, that is the correct answer. Right? How we can complete the project within 65 days? We are going to start some activities parallelly as a simultaneous tasks. As example, I mentioned earlier, we're not going to complete activity one by one separately. We require 100 days. After complete A, we are going to start B. After complete B, we are going to start C. After complete C, we are going to start D. Likewise, 100 days required. When are going to complete the project, we can start A, B both simultaneously for the A 15 days. But before you complete A, we can complete B also because 10 days only. And we're not going to start the C, same time we start the D also because the simultaneous activities. When we're going to start F, we are going to start H also. Likewise, because of the simultaneous activities, we can complete the entire project within 65 days. That is the secret behind that. Right? If you want to do the professional courses normally, You are not doing the first degree, you simultaneously start that professional courses, right? You after you complete your O level, A level, then you are complete university degree, then you are going to start the professional, then you are going to get married. Likewise, if you are going to do these activities, likewise, it take long time to complete everything, right? But normally we are doing the simultaneous. Then if you are doing the job now after first degree, then you are doing simultaneously MBA program also. Right. After complete MBA, you can start with your job or any other activity. You can do the PhD also. Likewise, we are doing simultaneous. If you are going to build a house, first we should make the plan, foundation. Then we can get ready for the rest of the other tasks as well. Right. We should consider president tasks also. But anyway, we can start simultaneously. That's the secret behind that. We are going to complete the project within 65 days. As a simultaneous activities, you can observe A, B, C, D, F, H, likewise. Now you understood? I understood. Remember, any critical activity cannot delay without affecting the entire project completion time. Assume if you are going to delay the activity A 5 days, what happen? Is affect to the entire project completion time, we require 70 days. If you delay the activity B just 5 days, you can see it's not affect to the entire project completion time. Why? They assume 3 days, you are going to delay the B 3 days. Then 10 is become 13. If the B become 13, the same critical path is not affect to change the rest of the activity early starting time or the latest completion time. If you delay B, just assume 3 days. We can't delay infinite number of days, but some extent we can delay without affecting the entire project completion time. Now we almost complete the CPM method, critical path method, right? Then we can go to the another example, much better. Then I'll share the slides now. Okay, the first one we complete now. The question asks, draw the project network. We already draw that. Determine the early starting time, latest completion time, identify the critical path. Okay, that's the way we are going to calculate the early starting time, latest completion time. You can just read later, not wasting time now. Right? Now we can focus the second example. Okay, better to draw yourself now and just try to find the critical path. Then after that, I am going to explain. I think much better everybody take the piece of paper and draw the network diagram according to that I given the instructions. Now circle, we can draw somewhat bigger and you can divide as a 3 parts. Write down the event number and keep this space, write down the early starting time, latest completion time. After the diagram, you need to write down the duration, is given duration, and identify the early starting time, latest completion time. Then you can find the critical path. I think not necessary to use again the longest path method, because normally we suggest to use the early starting time, latest completion time method, because in the future we are going to calculate slack time. We can calculate the slack time using the early starting time, latest completion time method. That's the reason behind that. Okay, I'll give the 5-6 minute. Just draw the network diagram and try to find critical path, everybody. Then after that, I'm going to explain. One of the student asked to upload the last lecture coding. Okay, I will upload that one. I will send out that Miss Kalahari, then she will share with you, right? But anyway, possible to join the live lectures much better. Then you can ask questions also. I know that you are working and sometime login but not in front of the device. Did you complete the answer? The time enough? I'll make the answer now. Now I start make the answer, then you can see just I draw the 4 activities. All we start from the event number 1 because immediate precedent is none. Then for the E, we should complete A. For the F, we should complete B. After complete A, we can start E. Then after complete B, we can start F. Please don't draw any lines. Don't create the difficulties for me. Then we should start activity F after complete B. Next one. For the G, we should complete CF. After complete G, after complete CF, we can start J. Then we need to then to second event, where to put the numbers, then event number 3, then event number 4. Please draw any lines. I don't know that I can stop that all, but it's not good. Then you can start After complete CF, we can start activity G. Activity G. The next, for the H, we should complete DG, D and G. For the I, we should complete EG. Now you see that for the H and I both require the G, right? If you are going to complete D and G using another event, it is problem to draw the I because we should complete the EG. Therefore, the G is common for the both H and I. Then you need to complete G separately. That's the correct way you should draw this one. If you are going to connect the GD or the GE, then it's a wrong interpretation. Then much better just complete G separately. Then after that, you can use the dummy activity. Then event number 5. Then after complete D and G, here the D, we should take here the straightforward, the straight line we can use and use the dotted line to represent complete G. Then you can start activity where said we can call after the sixth event, we can start activity H. Activity H from the sixth event. Just name H. Then after that, next for the I, we should complete the GE. Now you can see that after complete EG, from the 7th event, we start I. Then after complete DG via the dummy, from the 6th event, we start H. Then after complete H and I both, from the 8th event, we can start activity J, maybe. Let's see. Activity J. Then after complete DG, we can start K. The event number 6 mention the complete DG. We can start activity K. Then next, for the L, we should complete JK. Here the J, we should take the other way around and forward process. Anytime cannot backward. Then after complete JK, the event number 9, we can start activity L. Then next, after complete L, we can start M. After complete L, we can start M. There should be L. Event number here the 9. Here should be 10. Don't forget to put the numbers. Then after complete L, we can start M. Then we can complete the entire project after 11th event. Now we draw the diagram, then we need to write down the duration of each activity. Duration of each activity. One of the question asks, why can't we finish E at the same event number 5? Yes, that when you're going to complete the G and E both, how can draw the H? Because for the H, we should complete the D and G. D and G. If we straightforward take the E to the 5th event, is given the wrong interpretation for the H. That's the reason behind that. Therefore, we should complete G separately because I earlier mentioned the G is common for the both H and I. For the I, we need to complete only e.g., for the H, we need to complete only D and G. If you're going to complete E, G using the same event, fifth event, you're given the wrong interpretation for the H. There is a reason behind that. We should use the two dummies. Right. I think much better data critical like that. You any other have some questions? Better to ask. You need to get the clarify without you're facing problem. Now, if you possible, let me know that unmute the mic and say the duration. That's so easy for me. Activity duration. Anyone would like to say that? A duration. A9, B4. A9, B4. C, C15, D10. E7, F5. E7, F5. G4, H4. Remember that dummy is 0. Dummy is represent not time consuming, not resource consuming. Then I3, J3. Next, K10. Last two. L6, M1. Okay, now we can calculate the earliest starting time, latest completion time. We start from the event number 1. We can write down the 0 plus A9, 9 for the second event. Third event, 0 plus 4, 4. And fourth event, there are two paths. 4 plus 5 is 9. 0 plus 15. 15 is the highest value. Where the C. The 15 plus 4 for the fifth event, 19. 19 plus 0 for the seventh event. 19 via the E16. Highest value is 19. Seventh event. Then event number 6. 0 plus via the D10. Via the dummy 90. Highest is 90. After you add the dummy, treat as a normal activity. The 19 plus H4, 23 for the event number 8. 19 plus I3 is 22. we should select the 23 is the highest, via the H 23 plus 3 for the 9th event, 26, but via the K 19 plus 10 is 29. 29. The 29 plus 6, 35, 10th, 35 plus 1, 36. You can write down, let's see, is correct. 29 plus 6, 35 plus 1, 36. Is it correct? Let me know that. Is it correct? Did you complete the answer? Please let me know that in mistake before I complete it. 35 minus 6, 29. 29 minus 3 is 26. 26 minus 3 is 23 for the 7th event. But 6th event, 26 minus 4, 22. 29 minus 10, 19 is least value. 19 is least value. 19 minus 0 for the 5th event, 19. 23 minus 0 is 23. The least value is for the 5th event, 19. Every time you select the least value, 19 minus 4 is 15. For the 4th event, only one path is straightforward. You can write the value. Then we are going to calculate this event number 2. So easy. 23 minus 7 is 16. Only one path, just write down the figure 16. Then 15 minus 5, 10 for the 3rd event, only one path, 10. Then last, the starting point that there are 4 paths. 16 minus 9 is 5, sorry, 7. 10 minus 4 is 6. 15 minus 15, 0. 19 minus 10, 9. 0 is the least value via the C. Now you can see early starting time equal to latest completion time. Via that event, you can find the critical path. I would like to highlight the critical path, the C critical. Then how we got the 15 and how we got the G 19 via the G. How we got the 6th event early starting time equal latest completion time equal value via the dummy. Then how we got the 9th event 29 via the K. How we got the 10th event 35 via the L. And finally, you can see that we can get the 36 if you go via the C, G, dummy, K, L, M. Right. Sometimes you can see the path in between the both event have the same equal values, but we should aim for the correct path. How get this particular figure for the particular event. Now we can write down the critical path is activity C, then G, dummy, K. LM. The entire project completion time 36 month. Then critical activities, you know that C, G, dummy, K, L, M. Irandika, that you mentioned, yes, mean that answer is correct or? Non-critical activities. Rest of the all, you can say A, B, E, F, then H, I, J, and one of the dummy as well. Not all that D also, no? A, B, D. D also non-critical. Any questions? Yes, one question asked that activity E, latest completion time 19. Activity 9 plus 7, 26 minus 3 is 23. Yes, what's the problem? So we can't get this 19. Let me know the event number, not the activity. I need the event number. 23 minus 7, 16. That's the better to say the event number, then I can explain. Now backward, we should, I think, yeah, 5th and 7th, 8th event. Yes. The 5th event, the value is 19 is correct. No, that event number 6, 19 minus dummy value is 19. 23 minus 0 is we select the least value when I'm going to calculate the latest completion time. That's the reason 5th event 19. Least value, no, 23 minus 0, 23. 19 minus 0, 19. Right? Then 5th, 7th, 8. The event number 8, what's the problem that? Event number 8 should be 29 minus 3 is 26. It's correct. 26 minus 3 is 23. Yeah, it's correct. What's the problem?
Excuse me, sir. I asked about event number 7. Then we can 19 minus 0, 19. 26 minus 3, 23. Now, I ask why can't we get 19 as the latest completion time of event number 7?
Event number 7, how we are going to calculate the latest completion time? Remember, we consider the backward arrows, right? Then we start from the event number 8, the latest completion time 26. minus I value 3, the event number 7 should be the 23 latest completion time. Only one path, no? The backward. I think you are going to calculate via the dummy. Dummy is forward. It's not the backward one. When I'm going to calculate the seventh event, only one path. I is the path. Via the backward process now we consider. The rest of the arrows is forward to the event number 7. Seventh
Okay,
එකට
sir. Okay.
seventh එකට backward වෙන්නේ I විතරයි. dummy එක backward නෙමෙයි. ඒක forward. ඊතලේ නැවිලා තියෙන්නේ. තේරුණාද? tail event
Yes.
එක head event එක තමයි අපි ගන්න tail event කෙනෙක් විතරයි. We should consider tail event. You understood now?
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think much better. Do you have this type of question? Better to ask. The later you are face a problem, because if you can't draw the correct diagram, and also if you don't know how to calculate the early starting time, latest completion time correctly, everything is wrong, right? They used to put the 0. That's the problem, right? Therefore, better to do the calculation. Any questions? Anybody have any questions? I don't like to give them any break. I like to continue, right? Any questions? If you don't have question, please let me know. Then I can go to the next example. Oh, either example enough. It's up to you. Normally, I have the physical class. I like to do a lot of examples, but using that Zoom platform, somewhat we can do, but not like the physical class. I asked the student draw the diagram before explaining. Then it's highly effective to enhance your knowledge. But I don't know you are going to draw or not under the online basis. I'll go to the next one. Any clarifications? Okay, if you are silent means that I can go to the next. Yeah, one question. Okay. Okay, I got it that clear. Okay, good. Now I'll move to the next one. Example number 3 is again given the activities, immediate precedent, duration, 3 question, draw the network, identify the critical path. It's a new question you can see. Can activity be delayed without affecting the entire project completion time? Now we should know how to make it the answer for this question. Right? Okay, before I'm explaining the answer, you try to make the diagram, everybody, and try to identify the critical path yourself. Then after that, I give just few minutes. You try to do. Then after that, I'm going to explain the answer. We have only 4-5 days to complete the techniques. Now we are in the second day. I'm sure next week we can go to the third method. Or either today also, if the time enough, then we can go there, third method. Then after that, we should talk about the project crashing. Anyway, that all the theory I explained under until the CPM method, now should do the lot of applications to enhance your knowledge and try to reduce your completion time also. That's important. Okay, just draw the diagram and try to find the critical path yourself before I explain the answer. Okay, now I'll make the answer. Just draw the diagram first. AB, we can start without complete anything. Next, for the CDE, we should complete A. After complete A, we can start 3 activities. Next, after complete C, we can start FGH. You need to unlock your iPhone first. Then we should complete C after the third event. Then you can start 3 activities from this event. FGH. Now you can see the next one. For the I, we should complete the BD. For the J, we should complete the F and I. Next one, for the K, we should complete EGH. The problem is GH starts from the same event. We can't complete this in another same event. Therefore, we need to give the priority for the next one, because now you can't draw the next one. I mean that K. Before the K, we should go to the next one, L, after complete EH. The E inside the network, I think much better without changing the given information. We should take the E outside of this network diagram likewise, and take the H also, because we need to complete EH. To start using the event number 6th, we can complete EH. You have to change the direction. The event number 6th, then start from that event. Activity J. Now we can consider about the previous one. I mean K. After complete EHG, already we complete EH from the second event. We should complete EHG to start the K. Then we can use the dummy from 672. We complete EHG all three after the 7th event. 7th event represent complete EHG where the dummy. Then we can start K from the 7th event. Just name K. Then after that, for the L, we should complete EH. For the M, we should complete EH. Now we need to start two actually from the L and M after complete EH. We complete the EH after the I think let's see that. I think we need to, after the EH, L and M. Yes, I think we did mistake one. Let's see that correct. Then after the complete FI, we start J, I think. Yes, J we start after complete F and I. F and I, that's correct. Here should be the J. I'll write the correct letter J. Still not correct because I need to get the capital letter much better. J. Then after complete EH, we can start two activities. One is L, one is M. We can start L and M also. Then we need to complete project because we don't have any activity. We should complete all. Is another same event. The problem is when you're going to complete all, LM start from the event number 6, then you can't complete all using another same event. Therefore, you have two options. Either you can complete M or L using the separate event. I like to complete M using the separate event. Then we should take via the dummy, or either you can complete the L separately, and take L to the last event via the dummy. Here the event number 7, not should be the 8. Right, then we should use a dummy activity. Both options available via the, we can complete L, then separately take the dummy, or either M, I complete them only, right? Now we can complete the entire project after the 9th event. Okay, now you can write down the duration. Can you complete the rest of part yourself? Can you complete rest of the part yourself? If you can complete, you can stop the class, but if you want, I like to complete answer. 232. Let me know that figures, I mean the duration. A2. Anybody please unmute and say. No one is. 232346 DEF 346. Then GHI 731. GHI 7 GH 7 GH. GJ731, then JKL456. Then M2. Now you can start to calculate the early starting time. First event should be the 0 plus A2 is 2 plus 3D via the D5 via the B3. 5 is the highest for the fourth event. 5 plus 1, event number 6 via the C4 plus 6, 10. 5 plus 1, 6. 4 plus 6, 10 here. Fifth event should be the 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. 4 plus 7, 11. Here the 4 plus 3, 7. Sixth event should be the 7. 7th. 7 plus dummy 0. 7. 7 plus 4, 11. Seventh event should be the 11 highest value. 11 plus 5, 16. 10 plus 4, 14. Via the M, 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 0, 9. The highest value is 11 plus 5, 16. 16 is the highest. We can write down the 16 as latest completion time. Subtract the 16 minus 0 for the event number 8. 16 minus 2, 14. 16 minus 6, 10. 16 minus 5, 11 for the seventh event. 11 minus 0, 11. Then 16 minus 6, 10 for the sixth event. 10 is the least value, I'm sure. Then 10 minus 3 is 9. 11 minus 7 is 4. And 16 minus 4 for the fifth event should be the 12. 12 minus 6, 6 for the third event. And via the H7, via the G is 4. Least value is 4. 4 minus C2 is 2 via the E. 10 minus 4 is 6. 2 is the least value. Then 12 minus 1 is 11. Fourth event. 11 minus 3 is 8, but 2 is the least value. 11 minus 3 is 8. 2 minus 2 is 0. Please don't do any lines. I don't know why you are going to do this. Great problem for me, right? Now we find the critical path. You can see, I would like to highlight the path. A critical, sorry, much better. A critical, then C critical, then G critical, then K critical. The critical path is ACG, ACG, A, C, G, K, entire project completion time is 16 days or month. Yes, you can write down, right? And question asks, what is the question asks? Yeah, it's a month, right? The question asks, can activity BD delay without affecting the interpreted completion time? How are you going to make the answer? Just check the B, O, and D. So critical or non-critical. Based on that, you are going to say the correct answer. B, D. B, non-critical. D also non-critical. Then question asks, can delay B and D? Yes. B and D can be delay because of non-critical activities. Still, you don't know that how many month, days, so we can delay. If you want to get this answer, we should do the calculation. I will come to the next time. We call the activity float or slack. Right, I think now we complete. Exact, now the time is 9 past 4 minutes. Then I think I will let stop the class. Do you have any questions? Still, you are going to the lines. Now, okay, draw any lines up to you, right? Don't worry. Then next time we can continue. Any questions? Okay, if you don't have questions, I'll stop the class. Thank you all of you and good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Okay, you are welcome.